We are Team ShortCut, and before we jump into our app, we want to do some quick team introductions here. I'm Andrew Gibson. I'm a journalism senior on the team. Over here in the corner, we have our two lovely developers. We have Manav Singhal and Christopherson Colmer. They're both PhD candidates in the computer science department here at Mizzou. And over on this side, we have Laura Davison, who's a master's candidate in journalism. And last but not least, Jake Kreinberg, who's an MBA candidate here at Mizzou and was a journalism undergrad. So in its simplest form, our application ShortCut is a business news app for commuters. And it's really designed to fit seamlessly into your commute, and it also learns user preferences over time. And ShortCut is really founded on the idea that every working person is very, very busy. We know that. Your day is jam-packed with meetings, appointments, phone calls, and it can be very hard to catch up on the news because of your busy schedule. But for every working person, there is one time of day where we think you can listen to news. And that's during your commute, whether it's 5, 10, 15 minutes. It's prime news listening time. And ShortCut really looks to take advantage of that in a very simple way. And how simple are we talking? It's 2 steps simple. Step 1, enter your commute time, anywhere from 5 minutes to 200 minutes. If you have a 200-minute commute, I'm very sorry, but that is an option. Step 2, select audio or video. And this is a feature we're really proud of, not only because public media has a lot of great content from both the audio and video realms, but also you think about how people commute in different ways. Of course, if you're driving your car, we hope you'd select only audio content. But if you're somebody who takes the bus or train, then there's plenty of video content as well. So we're very excited about that. In terms of the problem ShortCut solves, it's really the idea that there are many young and working age people out there who don't yet know that they love public media. We've actually pulled three real recent Mizzou graduates and put them on the screen here because we think they fit this profile pretty well. These are young working professionals in big cities, and because of these big cities, they have very, very long commute times. And there's 2 problems I want to bring to your attention. The first one being that, as I mentioned before, these are very, very busy people, working people who may not have time to catch up on news during the day. Number 2, let's say these people even did already know they want to listen to public media during their commute. They really don't have a great way to do so because there isn't a single app out there that packages all this great public media content into one spot. A few things also worth considering about these 3 people is that they're young digital natives who rely on their smartphones for everything. They want to succeed quickly in the workplace. And they don't want to look hard to find the news that's going to help them do well in the workplace as well. So what ShortCut does is package all these problems into one solution. It's news for your commute, it's hands-free, it's easy to use, and it really takes advantage of this high-quality public media content. So we're going to show you a quick preview video that we shot and edited, and then we're going to turn it over to one of our developers to demonstrate the app.
Hello and welcome to Planet Money. I'm David Kestenbaum.
From American Public Media, this is Marketplace.
At the center of many important global financial developments.
Bitcoin is this new virtual currency.
Those are just some of the stories on tonight's PBS NewsHour.
Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Christopherson Colmer, and as Andrew mentioned, I'm one of the developers. I'm going to take you guys through a quick run-through of the ShortCut app. So the user would navigate to the ShortCut icon like they would any other icon. Click that. You're taken to a splash screen, and then you're taken to a login screen. And here the user has a couple of options. If they're a non-registered user, they can jump right in and then immediately begin to access content. Or if they're a registered user, they can log in directly. And as Andrew just mentioned, I'm going to take you through this quick, seamless, efficient way to immediately start consuming content. 1, you're going to enter your commute time. 2, you're going to choose your medium, either audio, video, or both. And then 3, you just click play. So I'm going to log in. And we're taken to a screen where the user has the option to choose their commute time, or they can choose a saved commute. So if you click My Commutes, we loaded a commute in here already. If I click through on that, I could jump right into the play screen, but I'm going to take you through this process. Here, our widget starts at 20 minutes. The reason we started it there was because the average commute time in the United States is about 23 minutes. So we know that most users would be around this area of time in their commute plus or minus. And as Andrew mentioned, you can go all the way up to 200 minutes. So if you were driving to Lawrence, Kansas or something, God knows why you'd want to go there, but if you were driving to Lawrence, Kansas, you could actually consume public media on your entire trip there. So we're not going to go to Lawrence, Kansas today or ever. So we're just going to pick 30 minutes. You click Next. And here, you can choose audio or video. And then if you notice the screen, there's not a lot of clutter. It just provides the users with the options. We wanted to provide users with the most intuitive, the most seamless and efficient manner to start consuming their content. So we're going to choose both audio and video because we want to show both those features off. We're going to click Next. And here, the user has the options to save their preferences. So I can save a commute here. I can give it a name, and then later on, if it's my commute to work, if it's my evening workout, if it's my commute to go pick up the kids or whatever, I can just click through to that and immediately start consuming content related to that commute. I'm just going to jump right in and play though. And so the user is then taken to a play screen. As you can see, that was just 3 quick steps. Choose your commute time, choose your medium, and then hit play. And you're immediately consuming content. So right now, turn the volume up. So immediately, the user is consuming their content. If you notice the screen, we have the top half of the screen with the provider logo. For each piece of content, it shows the provider logo. We wanted to do this so users now who aren't familiar with public media can begin to develop some brand identity and know where their content is coming from. It also gives the content providers exposure. Towards the bottom, there's the title of the content. We have a play pause button where the user can play and they can pause. And then below that, we have our interaction screen. And this is where the power of the ShortCut app really begins to show. So users can like or dislike content. And the really big feature of ShortCut is that it allows users to commute intelligently. And what we mean by that is we've integrated a learning algorithm into the app that learns user preferences over time and is going to serve up the content the user wants as they want it. And so we can upvote or we can downvote, and we can share. We've integrated the ability to share through SMS text, through email, through Facebook, and Twitter. So let's say we want to share through email, we want to share through our Gmail. It comes up, the user can enter just the email address of the person they want to share to and have a pre-built message in it already with the link to the content. Same thing with Facebook and Twitter. So if we choose Facebook or Twitter, the user is asked to provide the app with authentication access to their access token. This would just be a one-time option, and then the user would be able to share through Facebook and Twitter. And then also, we chose audio and video. So in the top right-hand corner, there's this TV screen where the user can, again, click and be asked to switch mediums from audio to video. I'm going to go to video, and then the user is taken to the video playback screen, and they'll immediately begin to start consuming their content. So they can start consuming their video content. Again, they can like, dislike, share, or they can advance through their playlist. Let's just go back to audio. And then the user can, and so this is really useful, as Andrew mentioned, for users who commute to work in different ways. If you're driving, you would probably choose just audio. If you're commuting on the bus, on the metro, you can choose both audio and video and consume the content that you want in a manner that was already served up to your preferences. In the top left, we have that the hamburger button that opens an options menu. The user can edit their commute. So if I wanted to edit my commute, if my commute to work got longer or shorter, I can click on that, I can edit it, I can change the length, I can change audio, I can change the video, and edit it that way. Or we can look at our account settings, We can look at our history of favorited stories in this list, and then we can also choose to sign out. And so that's a brief run through of ShortCut, and we're going to sign out, and thank you very much.
All right, I'll just talk really briefly about some of the shows that we have available in ShortCut. So we were able to get 4 of the content providers: American Public Media, National Public Radio, Public Broadcasting Service, and Public Radio International. We were really excited our developers were able to get these 4 in. We know we had some API issues, or lack thereof of an API. So having these 4 content providers allowed us to have more than a dozen different programs on ShortCut. So that kind of runs the spectrum from Planet Money, more narrative, then you've got more financially focused stories from Marketplace, you've got Freakonomics. So we were pretty excited that we were able to do all that, and now I will give it to Laura, because that was my brief overview of what we had.
Great, so we have an excellent product here that people can start using on their commute. We have a couple goals of what we want to do next. First is an idea we actually had Sunday night, and Manav was like, why didn't you tell me 24 hours earlier, because I could implement it. And this is to have voice commands, so people who are driving can say like, dislike, play, pause, skip, so they can still be doing everything hands-free and stay safe on the road. The next thing that we're interested in doing is integrating more content, especially as the APIs from PNP become more developed. We'd like to get more content, especially from local stations in there. Top of our list is PRI's The World. We lack a little bit in international news, so that's a way to get sort more of that international focus as well. Additionally, we'd like to have a commute progress bar at the top of the app that would show how far along your commute you are. So while you're listening to individual stories, you see that bar, but then also it's like, okay, you're 10 minutes away, you're 15 minutes away. So then also if you get stuck in traffic, if there's some sort of construction, a button that would allow you to add more time to your commute in increments of 5 or 10 minutes. So you don't have to go and restart a commute, and you can still continue to listen to or watch content. The last thing we like to do is allow people to download playlists to their phone before they even leave home. If they're commuting in a rural area, or perhaps on a subway where they're underground, they don't have access to Wi-Fi or 3G or LTE, they could do that as well. So in short, we have an app that brings in content from 4 of the providers, and creates these customizable playlists by length and by your preferences. And we're targeting young professionals in big cities, and we believe that this demographic has a really high potential to monetize and bring in a young audience for public media. So we're Team ShortCut, and we hope that you guys will commute intelligently in the future.